Manifesting a specific person is actually very simple as long as you follow this process that I've created, which has allowed me to manifest multiple specific persons in my life, as well as reattract 2 exes that I dated that I wanted to get back with. We're going to hit this with everything we've got. Now, we know that one of our number 1 tools is visualization, but I'm going to talk to you about the other secret tips that's going to help you act as if you already have this person back and generate this massive level of abundance that's going to fix the first problem. Now, the first problem that you're definitely probably having is one of 2 things. Now, if your specific person is not an ex, one of the problems is likely the fact that they actually don't even know that you exist, right? Or maybe if they do know that you exist, you're not magnetic to them, okay? And now if it's an ex, they do know you exist, but the likelihood of what's going on is that you're repelling them. And so we want to do the first thing, which is called reverse repelling. Reverse repelling is essentially going from being negative magnetism to neutral and then to magnetism. And we're going to do that by creating a massive level of abundance using our visualization. Now, what usually happens is when you want a specific person, especially if this person is an ex, you actually are known to them, but they aren't interested in you. And if anything, if you're watching a video like this, you're likely repelling them. Now, 0 would be neutral. 0 would be like they know who you are, but they don't really care about who you are. Anything under 0 is essentially repelling them. And so if your specific person isn't an ex, and they don't know you exist, you're actually under 0 still, okay? So reverse repelling is going to be the act of creating magnetism, getting back to neutral, but it's not gonna be because we make them want us. It's gonna be because we stop being needy for this thing that we want. Now, what do we know? When we really like something, someone, anything that we put on a pedestal, anything that we chase, the opposite of chasing is running, right? There's a natural reaction to when we want something very badly, when we chase something, when we pedestal something. What happens when something's above? It looks down. What happens when we chase something? The natural reaction is for this thing to run. That could be a person. And this is all plays on words. It's not like they're literally running after you. If you're chasing people physically, that's a different video than this one. So maybe more of like a therapy thing. And so we're going to create a reverse repelling. And now we're going to go over that process on the side here. There's going to be 4 steps because this one's a little bit more robust. And like I said, I want to hit this with everything that we have. So we're going to create a reverse repel. Now, the second thing that we're going to get into is, as we're working on that reverse repelling, is we're going to create confidence. And we're going to rewire our scarcity. Now, right now, like we said, because we're reverse repelling, it's a thing that's creating scarcity. Now, again, we're rewiring scarcity into abundance and creating confidence. The arena that we're going to be using is going to be this visualization. And there's actually 2 other things that I'm going to tell you about. So just keep hanging in there. So we're reversing the repelling. We're becoming magnetic. We're going back to neutral and we're moving to an area of magnetism. And now what we're building is this confidence, because right now with scarcity, we're believing that this thing that we're repelling is better than us. And whenever we think something's better than us that we want, it makes us feel bad and that lowers our confidence. So our confidence is coming down and we're not actually creating this magnetism or this abundance, okay? And the problem with that is when you want to attract anyone, anything, you need to be confident. Confidence is the number 1 most important skill, hands down. There's literally nothing else that is more important than confidence. You can create anything from nothing if you believe in yourself. And confidence is just a belief that when I do a thing, I will get an outcome that I want. And so if you're confident in anything that you're going to get the specific person, get this ex back, get this job, money, car, whatever, it's on my eyeball, you're going to get it hands down because you're not going to give up, because you're going to continue to believe in yourself. Right now, you don't believe you can have this thing, extra scarcity. You need to rewire this and we're going to become magnetic. So the third thing is we're going to create I'm going to call it illusion of options. Now, not only do you need to become magnetic to them, you need to become magnetic to other people. You need to give this person, this specific person that you want, the illusion that you have options. Things that have options, especially in the realm of people, this specific person, are much more attractive. Just think about when you know that someone has a lot of people that like them. Doesn't that make them seem more valuable? Anything that's coveted by many becomes more valuable perceptively, right? It's that scarcity mindset, like, wow, this is a rare material. Look at gold, look at diamonds. Yeah, I know the prices are inflated based on certain things, like diamonds aren't actually that rare. De Beers inflates the prices. But nonetheless, the illusion of options, the illusion of rarity creates this mindset that makes you go, wow, this is valuable. You're going to actually give yourself the illusion that you have options, and we're going to use that in our visualization, and it's going to create confidence. So everything that we're doing, so we're going to call reverse repelling, think I'm becoming magnetic. Confidence and rewiring scarcity, I'm becoming abundant and believing myself. And the illusion of options is the person that I want will believe that they aren't special because I'm special, and I will believe I'm special because other people want me, because I can have whomever I want. Now, this is where it gets exciting because we're actually going to go over the process. If you made it this far, good job. This is where we're going to get into the meat, the juicy juice, the juice. Now, you guys know I love Pinterest, and here's why we're going to use Pinterest and look at pictures of other people that are interesting to us. Because when we look at things like Instagram or TikTok or ad nauseum OnlyFans, or even this person that we want, we're pedestaling them, right? When you see someone on Instagram or a social media app that has a gazillion followers, for whatever reason, it kind of creates this illusion that they're this special, rare thing. And that's going to create more scarcity, like, wow, I can't have them. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at pictures of people that we don't really know, because that makes it seem like it's just a regular person, right? We're doing as much as we can to prevent the pedestaling and lowering of our own status. We're equal playing fielding. And as we look at these pictures more and more, it's actually going to raise our status mentally. We're literally going to trick our brain to make it think that we're able to have these people that we want, that we think are attractive. So we're going to use Pinterest. And what we're going to do is we have buckets. Now, these are buckets that are going to be centered around dating and relationships. So if you want a specific person, whatever that person looks like, you're going to search for some of those qualities, like the hair type, the style, maybe if you have certain features of them that you like, whatever. You're going to search for certain features, and you're going to start to create a profile that looks similar to that, but you're going to use a few buckets. So bucket 1 is going to be called boyfriend or girlfriend. Bucket 2 is going to be called husband or wife. And now we get some fun buckets. There's another bucket, it's called DMs. And then another bucket's called X's. And so we're going to play with this and we're going to have fun. And this is literally what I do, which is literally allowed me to raise the quality of people that I'm actually able to date and attract to me, because I've tricked my brain into believing that I've got all these people I could date. I've got all these people I could marry. I've got all these people sliding in my DMs. And then I've got all these people that I've already dated. Okay. And so you're going to separate the buckets in this particular fashion. So stick with me. Boyfriend, girlfriend is anyone that you find attractive that you'd like to date, but not see yourself with forever. Husband, wife is the people that you, when you close your eyes and picture them, that's like wow, that's the perfect person that I imagine myself with. And none of those people are going to be the specific person. And I'm going to tell you why. Just stay with me. Okay. DMs, that's pictures of people like holding their cell phone, taking mirror selfies. And you're literally tricking your brain and going, oh yeah, that person totally DM'd me. Like, all these people want to hit me up because I'm so awesome, hot, cool, whatever. And then X's, they're people that you're attracted to, but maybe they're a little outlandish looking, or like they probably wouldn't be someone that's good to date or marry, but you're still attracted to them. And you can almost convince yourself and trick your brain into thinking, well, yeah, I used to date these bad bitches, but now I'll only date these like whatever people, right? And you're literally creating this profile using these 4 buckets that's going to make your brain think, wow, look at all these people I can date. Look at all these people I can marry. Look at all these people I used to date that were in this attraction level that might not be good for me, because maybe it's someone with too many tattoos, or they have too much plastic surgery, but they're still visually appealing. But you know, oh, that probably would be someone that I should like settle down with. And then you're going, wow, all these people are hitting me up. You can do this for 10 minutes a day in the morning with your other visualizations. But if you specifically want to focus on this, and now I'm going to tell you why we're not using pictures of the person that we want. We're creating abundance by creating the illusion of options. You're literally going to find that your brain believes. Your brain does not question visualizations ever. It literally does not question visual stimulus ever. When you say something in your brain, let's say the chick that you want, her name is Shelby. Oh, Shelby loves me. Your brain goes, no, she doesn't. Okay, cool. Well, now I'm looking at pictures of all these people that kind of remind me of her. Your brain doesn't question it at all. Your brain just goes, oh, that's awesome. You're desensitizing your brain to these people that maybe you believe this particular girl, Shelby, or this dude, Dave, are out of your league. But that's going to lower your confidence and repel them and not rewire scarcity, ingrain scarcity. You're using all these other people here that you're creating in these buckets and tricking your brain. And as you're doing this, you don't need to feel anything. You're just going, oh yeah. And you'll see the word boyfriend, girlfriend as you click the thing. You're not going to have both. It's going to be boyfriend or girlfriend, just to, set that straight. Husband, wife, DMs, exes. And you're going, oh, cool. That chick DM'd me. Oh, cool. I used to date that chick. Oh, she's kind of a bad bitch. Blah, blah, blah. Right? You're tricking your brain here. Your brain is accepting this. You do that enough times. I'm talking like within a matter of days, your confidence is going to start flipping. I've been doing this now I just created this new process with all the visualization tools using Pinterest for a few months now. Literally, I'm on another level. My confidence is through the effing roof, and yours will be too. So stick with me. So this is the biggest thing, and you don't need to do anything. You don't need to feel this at all. Okay. Just have fun with it. Now let's jump into the next piece, because this is a little tricky. And the first and most important thing is we're getting out of this repelling. We're no longer repelling. We're becoming magnetic. We're becoming confident. We're becoming abundant. And we're creating the illusion of options in our brain, which ipso facto will create all this confidence, which will give this specific person the illusion that, wow, this person must have a lot of options because they're so confident. And now we're going to get to the stuff now that actually is going to loop that particular person into our manifestation. And the reason we need to do this first is because we need to be in a confident headspace. So when we get into this next step, we actually believe it. And now this is when we're going to start doing law of assumption journaling. Now, using these two steps, I was actually able to attract my last ex back. So if you guys don't know this, I know some of you guys do as super fans of the channel. Love you guys. I was engaged for about 3 years. And originally I broke up with the girl and I was happy about it. I thought that I made the right decision. And then come around the holidays, I got really depressed and lonely and I tried to get her back. And it was like that switch. When someone starts chasing you, you start running. It's exactly what happened, because she'd been chasing me. And the minute I started chasing her, she started being like, oh, wait, now I'm going to make you chase me, right? And so I was repelling her because I was in this weird headspace. And I was just depressed. Nothing was working. And the more I tried, the worse it got. I'm telling you, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. The more I tried, the worse it got. So using this visualization technique and really getting into this law of assumption journaling is like the cherry on top. So you're going to write stuff like, let's pick a whatever name. Katie is so obsessed with me. She literally texts me 20 times a day. It's kind of hilarious how things turn around. Yeah, obviously she's obsessed with me because fill in all these cool qualities about yourself. I'm awesome. I'm handsome. I'm smart. I'm successful. I'm ambitious. Good qualities, good qualities. You're saying this person is obsessed with me. This person keeps texting me. This person desires me. And here's why. And you're going to write it until you literally start to feel it. I remember as I'm doing this law of assumption journaling, I literally, and I'm telling you, you don't need to do anything feeling wise because it'll come organically. The beauty of all this stuff, because I'm not really someone who can force feelings, but I've learned that there are things that you can do to essentially trick your brain or hack your brain into feeling things. And I remember all of a sudden, I just started feeling like, oh my God, I already have her back. And when I got to that space of already having her back in my mind, I no longer cared. And the neediness went away and I became massively magnetic. And I'm not kidding you. The next day she reached out to me. Okay. The literal next day, because I'd stopped being needy. People can feel this shift, especially women. People feel this shift, this sixth sense. It's just that, you know, when you get a new boyfriend or girlfriend and then like your ex reaches out to you, it's in the ether, it's in there, and you're going to create that at a literal emotional frequency level. And once you start doing the journaling, you just write things like, go into like vivid detail. Oh, they really want me. They want to do this. They want to hang out with me. Oh, I woke up and I had 10 texts from them. They're kind of stalking me. Oh, it's kind of hilarious and kind of funny, blah, blah, blah. Because I'm awesome, write good qualities about yourself. You'll start feeling it. I promise you, you just do these things. If you just do this, it's done. It's game over. That's 100% game over. Like, you're crushing it. And here's the beauty. When we're going to layer two more things on top of it, it's going to give you a million gazillion % chance that this works. Okay. So the next thing that we're going to do, and you don't have to do these next two because they're going to get a little cuckoo bird, but this is where we go into Delulu land. Okay. So this is where we start having delusional conversations. Telling you this works. You don't have to do this, but if you want to hit this as hard as you can, this is what you're going to do. You're going to literally have fake phone calls. You can do this with, I'm telling you right now, you can also do this with any goals, but I use this process to get an ex back, like my big ex, okay? You're going to literally pretend that you're talking on the phone. You're going to hold your phone to your ear and say, oh, hey, what's up, babe? What's going on? And just have this like quick little phone call. And you're going to send this act as if frequency out into the universe. And it's going to literally, even if it's not real, here's the thing. Your brain doesn't know when things aren't real, and nor does the universe. The universe responds to things on certain frequencies. And so if you're getting on a frequency of having a thing by doing these things, your brain and nor the universe care, because all they need you to do is get on the frequency. All that person needs you to do is get on the frequency. So you're literally going to be like, oh my God, oh, wow, thanks for calling. Like, it's ridiculous, but have fun with it. Just a couple times a day, do a quick fake phone call. For my goals now, I do fake Zoom calls with like famous editors and famous people, and just to think, wow, this is what I would be doing if I had this thing that I wanted. Would you probably talk to them? Yeah. Or you could even look at your phone and be like, oh, they keep calling me. Just anything in this delusional reality. This is the delusional and it's the act as if phase. So you're literally acting as if, and that's really, that's really just kind of Delulu land. But this is like the cherry on top, okay? And then the last thing is we're going to do the visualization. Okay, we already know that, but that's the bedtime visualization. That's the pre-bed visualization, okay? And we know when we do that as we're nodding off, and it doesn't matter who you think of, because raw reality is you're probably not. It doesn't matter if you think of the person that you want or any person. In fact, whatever makes you feel better. Now, for me, it was imagining that I was with someone else in my visualization, and my ex was like blowing my phone up, or I'd wake up and I had a new partner and they texted me like 10 times in the middle of the night. And I was like, that's hilarious. Look at this. Okay. If it makes you feel better to imagine that they're next to you, or the specific person, I know I keep saying ex, but specific person, same thing, then do that. Whatever makes you feel more abundant. If you start imagining that they're next to you and your brain goes, oh, that would never happen, then imagine someone else, and then imagine them blowing you up on your phone. If it makes you feel better to think of them, then do that. Wherever you get that feeling. And again, none of this stuff requires you to fake feelings. You're just going to check in with your feelings here, and here. This requires nothing. This is just going to make you feel better just organically. You're just going to feel cool, fun. It's just a fun activity to do. And these things are where you're going to check in with your feelings. This one, you're going to just notice yourself feeling well. And I only need you to check in as soon as you start to feel good. As soon as you start to feel good in the journaling phase, you just stop. Cool, I'm done for the day. And you really don't need to do this piece unless you start to feel that it's going away. Because if you try to recreate this, you're going to get this sense of, oh, it's not working. But as long as you get the feeling that you want and you stay in this feeling, you only need to do this the one time. The delusional thing, I would do that occasionally, like probably like once or twice a day. Anything that's going to make you act as if you are confident, have options, and have that person in your life, or that person chasing you. Better to actually have them chasing you feel like they're chasing you. And then this last thing is this bedtime visualization. We got to be doing that every night anyways, in the Pinterest in the bed for all of our goals. But if your goal is just to do this and you want to focus on this specifically, bang for sure. And then these ones you're peppering in. But this right here is a huge addition. This is like, if your teacher's like, do you want to do extra credit? You can get like an A+++++. This is the nut. And then this one, I would say, if you want to get crazy, that's like turbo cherry on top, not required. Bang, bang, and bang. It's a lot, guys. I promise you it's going to work. I've literally attracted 2 exes with this and my most significant relationship back with this, the person that I essentially thought I lost forever. And they basically weren't talking to me, had blocked me for 3 months. And I'm like, all right, what can I do? I can't actively talk to them. And actively talking to them was actually repelling them. Okay, cool. What can I control? I can control my mindset and I can control what I do. Okay, and I can control my mental frequency, thereby controlling the frequency of reality. And that's exactly what you're going to do. Thanks for watching. If you want a visualization guide from Psycho Cybernetics, click the link in the description. I love you. I'm so excited that you're watching. And if you made it this far, you're a real one. Make sure you subscribe, leave a like, share this with someone who might get some value, leave a comment. Have an amazing day. Peace, love. Be good.